Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisher Log number 113, and just a little reminder, I'm going to be taking a little bit of time off, so over the next little while, videos are going to be a little bit light, but I am going to try and do the Sunday vlogs. Every time I set one of these up, I wonder why, because of our erratic weather, but when it gets right down to it and it settles in and I see how well the fish do, I kind of understand. I really like how it looks as far as just where it sits here. It's got lots of leaves around it. It just looks very, very nice. And as you can see, the fish are happy and healthy and doing all the things that they should be doing. I don't know if there's going to be any babies or not this year because of the very slow start we had, but they're doing well, and that's all that really matters. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like when I pull them out, probably in about a month's time, and seeing if there are, any, well, I mean, the genetics are the same, but having had, a few bugs to eat, and as you can see, I've sprinkled some flake food on top, if, they're any better looking than the tank raised ones. They usually are, but you never know. I mean, these things are kind of a bit of roulette that way, but we'll see. And again, it's just something that's nice, and I like having it in the backyard, even if it doesn't really, amount to any real length of time. Not like some of you guys who live in more southern climates. So, angels are doing really well. I'm very happy with them. I still haven't, obviously, done what I need to do to this tank. The poll I put up recently, this is third on the list, so it may be a little while before I get around to organizing this and getting it the way it should be. But it's such lovely fish. And these are the ones I'm going to be keeping. I think there's still maybe one or two more that might come out because there's still quite a few in here. But we'll see. I need to cull these out. These are just a bunch of guppies that grew up in here with the shrimp, and it is time to thin out the guppies, give the rice fish and the shrimp some more space, and of course, hopefully get them to breed. Or as I should say, have more of the offspring grow up, because I do want to get a lot more of those. I love the energy of these guys. They're so active, they're so healthy. Very happy. They're doing amazingly well, and I think I probably will end up pulling a lot of the guppies out of here if I can separate them from the zebras, and just give them more space and probably prune the plants back as well. Now these guys are doing remarkably well. There's a clip of their parents coming up a little bit that is kind of interesting I want to show you. I probably should have organized this a little better and had this near here, but again, going on holidays and not spending as much time editing and that sort of stuff as I should. This is the Subwassertang, the two different ones that I put in here, one growing in very low light and one growing in more higher level light. And as you can see, they are now evened out, and well, that's fine. That's kind of what I expected. It grows, and that's all that really matters, and I do like the plant. You'll notice that there is a Gardneri male in here, which is kind of interesting, which means he has jumped out of the little breeder box and landed in here. Not a problem, except for the fact that he could have jumped and gone in the other direction. So I need to put a cover on that. We're going to pan over to there in a second. And as you can see, this is really unusual, they're almost all males. That's just kind of bizarre because this has never happened before. And again, from a client's point of view, this is perfectly fine. From a breeding point of view, it's obviously an issue because you need as many females as possible. And also there's a little bit of aggression there, but I am going to put them in a lot more space soon and move these guys into there, and that way we'll have lots of space for both of them. There are quite a few fry in here, but they're very hard to see, and when I lift this up, you'll start seeing them scoot all over the place. These guys are more than big enough now to go to the breeder box, and then of course into the paludarium, where I'm going to keep the biggest colony of these guys, because they need a lot of space, and the more space they have, of course, the less aggression between the males. These guys are pretty much ready to move into their own aquarium, so I can raise some more. On that note, I am going to be holding breeding for a little bit because, well, it's very difficult to take time off if you have to feed fry a whole pile of times during the day. So I'm going to take a bit of a break from that just to give myself a break. So I'll start breeding them again probably late August. I like the Colombian tetras. They're doing very well. I need to set these up to breed then again, of course. I just said I'll be taking a bit of a break, so that's going to be on hold as well. They're doing very well. I'm not concerned about, having any issues with them. Now this is the tank that I wanted to show you a little bit earlier. These are what's left of those platies, those ones that were doing so well. It was very odd. Something happened about a month ago now, and they almost all, well, you can see this is what's left of the 9. There's 4 here. They got some form of consumption. I'm not sure what it was. All of a sudden, they just seemed to start wasting away. No real reason for it, but I did a bunch of water changes, and the key, I think, is add a bunch of marine salt into there, and then as you can see, they're stabilizing quite nicely. The fry don't seem to mind at all having my regular water routine, but the adults seem to. So, and I keep an eye on them. We'll see what happens. I was noticing these are the OB zebra fry, and I thought they didn't really show much in the way of OB, but you can see there's a few in there that are going to have that nice orange blotchy pattern. So very happy with that as well. And as you can see, Mum is out of there now. There's a time when you notice that it is time to move her out, and it was about a week and a half after she'd spit them out finally and wasn't picking them up anymore, and that's a strong indicator that it's time. And she was eating food really well and had gained some weight back. It is so rare for me to get him to sit still like this so I can record him. He's a lovely fish, and obviously producing lots of fry. So it's really good. I'm very happy with that. It's just rare that I get to see him sit still long enough for me to record him. Now, the poll I put up, this is the front runner for the next project. It's holding water, as you can see. I won't get to this for a little bit, but I need, I need to do some house renos and take some time off. But we'll get to it. This is the next project. I want to get this up and running and get that doing what it needs to be doing. I need to also find a little bit of time, I think, for the fish room, because this tank is packed with red Luigia from one end of the tank to the other. It's doing so well, but maybe a little too well. And I had let it go because, as you remember, this was growing across the top of the tanks. In the summer, it is a little bit more humid in my fish room than it is in the winter. It was doing really, really well, and all of a sudden, for no reason, nothing had changed. It just started to wilt, just like all the others had. So that's alright, it's fine. I was just doing it as a bit of an experiment anyway. I know at one point I had mentioned I might want to put some sort of bit of a humidity cap on this, or a tray of water, just to see if I can get to grow that way. But it's fine. It is what it is, and it's done. This is the pond, and it's going to be my last clip today. It's doing obviously very well. I've thinned it out nicely. It needs to be thinned out some more because I want to put some more of the baby guppies in here and grow them out. The fish grow really, really well in here, and I need to obviously keep enough space for that. So I hope you all have a wonderful week or two. I am going to be, like I said, taking a little bit of holidays. Leave comments. I will answer them and do all that sort of stuff. Like I said, the videos will be a little bit light. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.